YouTube masterclass video for the TEC9. Okay, this one is really interesting, but it's not as confusing as the MP9 video we went over. But this is really important to know for you if you're trying to master the TEC9, because this video is really going to tell you what ranges this weapon's best at and how this compares to every other weapon. So we have the gun stats here on the screen. And you'll see here that the TEC9 has the fastest rate of fire, actually, which is really cool. It's not a submachine gun, but it almost acts like a submachine gun. The fire rate is faster than the Uzis. The reason why Uzi says 26 here is because it's 13 per gun, so I times it by 2. So technically the TEC9 is the fastest rate of fire. Now it also has the highest body shot damage and headshot damage of the whole bunch. And it's got the fastest rate of fire. That's really exciting. Okay, that's really, really exciting. So, and by the way, this gun is influenced by the star quality, and that's why you see the gold here for 28 and 37. And we're going to get into that. So this graph, or this table, this data, shows you the time to kills and the damage per rarity of the TEC9, and I spelled it TEC9 like the player TEC9 here. Hilarious, great player, crazy kid. But anyways, there's 4 stars here, and the 4th star, you'll note the time to kill is really not that different per all the rarities, and I think that's really cool for this weapon. So what does that mean? If you look at the white body shot time to kill, it is 0.47 seconds right here. Now, if you look at the bottom, this is a gold 4-star. It's 0.42, so you got an increase of 0.05 seconds in speed from gold to white. So that's really not a whole lot of difference. All right, that doesn't make that big a difference, but I'm sure the recoil is probably easier on the gold, right? So there's that. But I think the most important thing to look at here is if you look at how many shots it takes to kill someone with, the math doesn't change. You still need 8 shots to kill someone if you do the math for all rarities. So getting a better star doesn't necessarily change the damage per body shot really much. I mean, it changes the damage, but it doesn't change like the in-game applicable kind of damage, because it still takes the same amount of shots to kill someone. Now, if that person was damaged beforehand or someone else is shooting that person the same time you're shooting, sure, but like very interesting. But then when we get to the headshots, it's a little different. All right, you definitely have an increase from the white to the gold of 7 damage, and then if you look at the time to kill, it's actually 0.08. Okay, now we're talking. There is a good difference in time to kill that's substantial with the rarities, okay? So, and that even is resembled in how many bullets it takes to kill someone. Now, the bullets to kill someone is very important because there's only 12 bullets in the gun. So every time you got to reload, that slows down your time to kill by a lot. All right, so you want to kill someone ideally within 1 magazine, obviously, which is possible considering there are 12 bullets per gun. Per magazine. So for example, you know that if you hit 8 body shots perfectly without missing, you're going to get a kill with any rarity, and you have 4 more bullets to break a build with. And that will break you 1 build. So the cool thing is you can break 1 build and kill someone within 1 magazine in theory, right? And it's not easy to do because you can't miss a single shot, right? And then that kind of ruins that whole plan. So know that you're not breaking more than 1 build and getting the kill on an enemy with 1 magazine. That's really important because you might have to stop your shot mid-fire through your clip just to make sure you can reload before you get in the thick of it, because if you're reloading in someone's face with a DT, you're dead. This is really going to influence how you play with this, knowing how many bullets you need to kill someone with. Now, if you get headshots, it helps a little bit, right? Obviously, if you get all headshots, you're going to do gravy, but that's not the easiest thing to do, maybe. Since you have to use this close range, it might not be that bad. So know that if you get headshots, the math gets a lot better. So I like to average, for example, these together. Let's do the gold, for example. Let's average the gold headshot with the gold body shot, and we're looking at like a 0.35 second time to kill. And then that's like the more realistic situation, and that's amazing. Okay, like that's a great time to kill for what this weapon is supposed to be, a close range weapon, right? So I think this could really be a contender with the DT. Just looking at these stats, right? Really fast time to kills. This is like some of the fastest time to kills in the game, which is awesome. So now let's look at how the gold, actually that's the 1-star. The 1-star compares, let me double check. 0.47, yep, that's the 1-star, how the 1-star compares to everything else. So if you put the 1-star body shot time kills, the fastest Uzi in the game, or a submachine gun, sorry, it's the fastest submachine gun. And if you put even the white headshot time killing here, it's faster than all the other SMGs by quite a long shot. So it's actually a really interesting gun, and it's balanced by its magazine size, a very small magazine size. So now this one will be important for you because this one takes into consideration the breakpoints that were really important for the MP9 and are also important to know for the TEC9. So the interesting thing is this has a little bit better range drop-off than the MP9 did in terms of hurting the math. So yes, of course, the first breakpoint, which is actually a pretty sweet breakpoint. This first one's not that bad. Okay, go check the last video, the masterclass video, the first masterclass video, and it will show you where that first breakpoint is. It's not that bad, but yes, it does lose a lot of like damage per second. It literally is like 50% worse, which is not good. But at least you're still rocking a nice sub 1 second time to kill. Honestly, up until the 14s is really not the good math. So like anything around 14 and 13 is really bad, but at least you're still under sub 1 second time to kills. But I think what's really cool is that most of the breakpoints occur around this area. Like these breakpoints happen really fast when you see it in game. It's hard to tell you exactly where to stand to hit some of these, but like anything close range, and I think you're safe with this because if you're still pulling a 0.69 time to second, that's solid for body shots. That's not horrible. As long as you're not taking any damage, it's okay. But dang, interesting. It's more forgiving than the MP9 is for the close range, and that's important. We were dogging on the MP9 because it had horrible close range breakpoint that wanted you to be in the close range, but it's not a close range weapon. So it's really interesting. But this one has beautiful time to kill, even in the first couple breakpoints. It's still forgiving. And then when you look at headshots, the headshot damage is so high that dang, you're still rocking a solid time to kill, honestly, even up past several breakpoints. So the cool thing is, I think even at this like 16 and 15 damage range, as long as you're pulling headshots, be comfortable knowing you're doing damage. You're going to have to hit all your shots to get the kill, which is not easy, but know that honestly anything 15 and up, 16, and I'm happy with the mathematics in terms of how this weapon should be used. But obviously in the closest range, it's going to be one of the fastest killing guns in the game, like faster than the sword, which is, which is really cool and really crazy at the same time. And just so you can see, I have this chart in the top right here of all the other time to kills. For example, let's see, even if you step back to the 16 damage range, which is still close, your body shot time to kill is just about it's better or just about the same as an MP5, which is really cool. So yes, there are breakpoints, but at least because of the high damage and the high rate of fire, the breakpoints don't hurt as much. You're still looking at comparably good time to kills versus the other submachine guns, which is kind of what this gun fits its niche into. So then the MP5 headshot, for example, we can go all the way back to those kind of close range-ish breakpoints, and you're still better than all the other SMGs. So I think this weapon is all really cool, and you know, I want to try this in my actual competition build. I think this will suit like my play style, where I try play like a counter DT defensive play style. So it'll be kind of interesting using this one. I'm really looking forward to it. It definitely is tricky to use while you're peeking. Getting that reload just right sometimes gets a little funky, but it's a great weapon. And it's fun, right? Good on Big Box for adding this and tweaking it and making it fit a niche. Clearly, it has a niche. That close range, kind of anti DT11 gun. It breaks build okay. So that's nice. Actually, pretty dang fast. But just the ammo. So you really only got time. Like if someone's hanging on the build and trying to shoot at you, you have this gun. You're gonna melt them through the build probably within that clip and kill them if you don't miss a shot and get like a headshot. So hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you're enjoying the game. Have a good one. See you.